Ladies and gentlemen, today is August 29th, 2025. This is FTH 212 Striker Fired Pistols. And in this assignment, there's the first prompt is we were supposed to kind of reflect on our week one assignment and the answers we gave. And would we change any of that? No, I would not change any of that. Just based on what I've learned, most of those answers I feel were fairly spot on, or at least in the ballpark of where the area might be causing the problem. But what I would do, the one thing I would change, is to go a little more in depth, a little more detail, and give a little more insight as to why I thought that was the problem. Because now that I've kind of gotten this far into the program, I understand a little more about the cycle of operations on the semi-automatics and striker fired in general. But that's kind of where that one is at. With this, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, and this is the slide we received for the Palmetto Dagger Armory Compact. And as you can see, obviously there's no potential for it being loaded. There's nothing in the chamber. There's not even, the barrel's not even in it. The firearm is disassembled and is completely empty. No magazine, barrel empty. We're going to be using this slide, the iron sights that were sent along with the firearm, and we will use, because I don't have a sight pusher, our punch, some of the blue painter's tape to keep from marring up the surface of the slide and the sights. So what I'm going to do, and also for the front sight post, some Loctite to keep it from coming undone. So what I'm going to do right now is pause the video, do the installation, and come back and show you the after, what it looks like after it's finished, and explain if I had any issues with fitment or anything like that. So hold on and we'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And due to the front sight that I originally intended on using having some issues with it, I had to use the stock front sight, which is just your standard white dot, but the rear one is the night sights that were provided in the kit. With that, we used our punch, our tape to cover the side, our slide scale ruler here to measure the space and see if we were centered up, and we were at 10. And then a little bit of blue Loctite for the threads to keep them from coming undone, when firing and stuff like that. And as of right now, at the filming of this video, I'm not able to do a test fire because it's late at night and I live in the middle of town, so I can't just take it out and shoot it somewhere. I'd have to go to a range. I plan on doing that, and I will make a future video for that I will put on the channel that I do and be able to show it there. No real issues other than the front sight, the threads on the sight being a little boogered up, but because they sent 2 sets of sights, we were able to get around that. So with that being said, that's all I have for you guys, and like I said, today is August the 29th, 2025. This was FTH 212 Week 3 Striker Fired Handguns, and we were glad to have you guys here, and we'll see you next time.